Adam, nice to see you again. The
Yeah.
start of the new season.
You too, man.
What can you make up of the boys' performance today, having win 2-1 against Nottingham Forest?
Yeah, I think it was a game of two halves, to be quite honest. I think we played really well in the first half. Saka's goal, contender for goal of the season already, I'd say. The second half, it's a bit similar to last season, where we're not looking like we are doing it over the course of the whole 90 minutes. That's something, we've just come back after summer, but slightly concerning, something to look at going forward, definitely.
Were you pleased about the performance of the new signings, talking about Ken Havertz, Declan Rice and Timber? Were that top-notch today for you?
Yeah, I think Declan Rice had a really good game. Timber looked good as well. They all did, to be fair. They all play very well. I think it's just going to be getting them sort of into the speed of the side and getting them used to the different roles they're playing. I know Declan talked about being given a new role to the role he had at West Ham, but he looked very, very tidy today, and I think he's going to do some good things, as are Timber and Havertz as well, I'm sure.
Of course, looking at Arsenal and Man City this season, do you think Arsenal can go all the way to stop City?
Well, I think based on that performance, I'd say let's not be overly optimistic, the second half at least. But let's see how we transition through the next few games. If we're looking good, a bit like last season, perhaps we can build some momentum. And I'd like to think with the extra talent we've got in our squad now, we've got more of a chance. But, everybody saw last night, Man City were on fire, Haaland 2 goals already in the first game. It's really going to be who's available for both sides, injuries. There are going to be a lot of metrics involved in who wins it and who doesn't win it. But I think we'll have a similar season to last year. I think, we're a very good outfit and we've got some really quality additions. So let's see where they take us. But, yeah, I'm hopeful, but I'm not overly hopeful.
Do you see Arsenal winning titles this season? And if yes, what title do you think Arsenal can win this season?
I think let's see where we go with the Champions League. I don't want to say we're going to win the Champions League, but we've seen sides that are not the best sides on paper go quite far in the Champions League. So let's have a look and see how we do. The FA Cup, I think, is a much bigger prospect for us. But again, we're going to be up against Manchester City and Manchester United, and it's going to be very, very competitive. But I do think we'll win a title this year. I'm really putting my neck on the line by saying that, but I do think we'll win something. FA Cup, possibly, I think.
Do you think Arsenal still need a headline striker before the transfer season closes?
Yeah, I'm really glad you've asked me that, actually, because I definitely do think we do. Gabriel Jesus, great player. Is he clinical enough? Eddie Nketiah, great player, but is he clinical enough? Obviously, we now know that Kane's gone to Bayern, and top strikers are hard to come by. We know that. I'm not for a minute suggesting we'd have got Harry Kane, by the way. That was never going to happen. But I think we need somebody that can finish chances, be clinical, somebody that's going to get us 20, 30 goals a season. I don't know if we have that at the moment in the side. So it's definitely one to look at. And I think if we're really going to be pushing this year, we need to add that.
If you want to suggest a striker, which striker would you suggest for Mikel Arteta at the moment?
That's a really difficult question. I would have liked Alexander Isak, but of course he's now at Newcastle, and I don't think we're going to be getting him. It's difficult really to suggest which kind of strikers could come in and do a job for us, because the ones that can bang you 30 goals a season are going to be very, very difficult to come by. So I would have liked to have seen possibly an Isak signing. Maybe we could test the waters with a bid, you never know. Newcastle are signing new players as well. Just somebody that can add that additional sort of layer to our game. A sort of box-to-box player, really. Somebody that can be deadly in the box. And we'll see. We'll see where we go with it.
Final question for me. Do you think Saka will maintain that level that we have seen him get to over the years?
Well, I think today he was looking like a player who had developed from last season. That he was running at the full-backs. He was really running at players. And he looked stronger. He looked physically stronger, and he looked like he had more confidence. But in the second half, it was back to Saka of last season a bit more, where he looked a little bit more jaded and not like he wanted to run at players. If he keeps up the form that he showed in the first half, he's going to be exceptional for the whole season. But it's just about consistency. It's always the same with Arsenal. Consistency. If we can be consistent, we've got a great chance this season of winning something.
Thank you so much, Adam.
Good to see you, man.
Good to
Take
see
care.
you.